Since the invention of firearms, there have been many odd and unique designs engineered in different ways to deliver their deadly payload. The competitive nature of civilian companies and military producers have driven the pursuit of making the next cutting-edge weapon. With every AR-15, AK-47 and Glock, there is hundreds of failures and subpar designs, ranging from inaccurate to unconventional to harmless. These are the weirdest firearms ever produced. Gyrojet. The Gyrojet was a series of firearms designed by Robert Maynard and R. Beale in the 1960s and was chambered in 12mm and 13mm rockets. The Gyrojet worked by firing low recoil small rockets called microjets. It used a blowback action and came in both fully automatic and semi-automatic variants, with the semi-automatic variant being more common. The main variants used a 6-round internal box magazine and had a firing rate of 60 rounds per minute. Most variants weighed 0.4 kilograms and had a length of 276 millimeters, with an effective range of only 50 meters. The velocity of the rockets exiting the gun was very low, but up to 1,250 feet per second at 10 meters out of the gun. The weapon was tested by the United States military but was rejected due to its unreliability and horrible accuracy. Certain Gyrojet variants were sold on the civilian market and a couple used by the military. Only a few thousand were made and a very select few saw combat in the Vietnam War. 2mm Kolibri. In 1910, an Austrian watchmaker named Franz Farnell designed the 2mm Kolibri, a small centerfire pistol named after the German word for hummingbird. With a length of only 70mm, the Kolibri was one of the smallest guns ever made commercially available. The Kolibri shot 2.7mm cartridges that weighed only 5.3 grams, fed using a 6-round detachable magazine. It was designed and marketed as a self-defense weapon, particularly for women, as the small size allowed it to be stored in a handbag. The Kolibri was riddled with problems, mostly due to its small size. Its cartridge wasn't large or powerful enough to do much damage, only penetrating about 10 to 40mm into pine wood. In fact, the round was so weak that a punch had more power. Its small size also meant that loading the rounds were extremely difficult and easy to lose. Eventually, production was ceased in 1914 at the breakout of World War I, and only about 1,000 units were made. Interdynamics MKS. The MKS was a Swedish assault rifle and carbine designed and produced by Interdynamics AB. It used a gas-operated rotating bolt mechanism to fire, and was chambered in 5.56mm NATO rounds. It was fed by a 30-round detachable magazine located in the grip. The firearm had a folding stock built in and had a firing rate of 750 to 1,100 rounds per minute. The MKS rifle weighed 2.75 kilograms and had a length of 868mm unfolded and 634mm folded, while the MKS carbine weighed 2.36 kilograms and had a length of 7.51mm unfolded and 5.17mm folded. The MKS was the first gun designed by Interdynamics in 1979 but never saw widespread use of production. The same year it was designed, it was tested in the Philippines, but due to its uncomfortable ergonomics, it was never further designed. Deer gun. In 1964, the Vietnam War was raging in Southeast Asia. At the time, the conflict was fairly small, with the US military not yet being deployed. The CIA was secretly supplying the South with weapons and equipment, however there was a noticeable gap in small, cheap firearms. Thus, the CIA developed the deer gun, a single-shot 9mm pistol that was made from cast iron and plastic. The deer gun only weighed 340 grams and had an overall length of 130mm. The deer gun only cost about $3.95 USD to produce in 1964, a cost of about $35 USD in 2021, and came in saffron boxes with illustrated instructions on 3 9mm rounds. The CIA ordered American Machine and Foundry Co. to produce 1,000 guns. The gun ended up not being successful, not due to its design, but due to the unforeseen escalation of the Vietnam War. Out of 1,000 units, most were destroyed, and only about 10 guns remained. TKB-022PM. Designed by German Korobov, the TKB-022PM was a Soviet bullpup design chambered in 7.62 by 39mm and .22 Russian, designed in the 1950s and produced in the 1960s. Weighing in at 2.8 kilograms and having an overall length of 525mm, this firearm was capable of fully automatic fire at a fearsome 560 rounds per minute. Operating using an annular gas piston located around the barrel and a vertically moving bolt, the unique chambering and ejection mechanism allowed it to be operated by both left and right-handed users. Soviet reports stated that the firearm was 3 times more accurate than the AKM, but was rejected due to it being too complex for the Red Army at the time.
There was also concerns about its center of gravity being at the tail end of the weapon, providing additional wear to its plastic housing. In the end, the Soviets only produced 3 prototypes and the weapon never entered mass production.
What did you think of the video? Were there any unique guns you thought we missed? Let us know in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe for more content.